To get the FSD started, I'm clicking on the calendar, and I already had an appointment in my calendar, so I click on the GPS from the address already loaded, and I am wondering why I can't start FSD automatically. I realize our doors aren't closed, and then I can press the FSD button, and the car takes off in full self-driving. We are about to embark on a 45-minute one-way trip, 45-mile, so 90-mile round trip. As this is mostly highway driving, I will be speeding up a lot of the footage, so that way it's not just 45 minutes of monotonous straights. In the upper left-hand corner, I will show the speed in which I've accelerated at. Some of it's just multiplying the edit, some of it is actually a time-lapse video. But I will slow it down when there's good parts or interesting parts. Right now the car is running into a roundabout. I always slow down to watch these because I find it fascinating at the decisions the Tesla makes when entering a roundabout, because there's so many moving variables. The truck in front, obviously the Tesla stops. You can see on my screen there is a car coming from my left. Now that it's out of my way, Tesla moves forward. It's washing all the cars around me. There is a truck and trailer in front of me, so Tesla slows down to avoid the trailer and then accelerates, exiting the roundabout. Handled that perfectly. At this point, I'm just gonna speed up the video again because it's a long straight until we get towards the highway. Now, when we get towards the highway, we do get stuck behind a semi entering the highway, so we don't get the fun acceleration going up the on-ramp. But even though the video sped up, I didn't cut it out because it's interesting to still see how the car handles. You can still see the speed, you can still see the adjustments, the lane changes. That'll be really noticeable when we get on the highway. As I said though, video's back to real speed. We are behind a semi-truck. We are about to get onto the highway going southbound, waiting for our turn to take a left. We are heading straight into the sun, so I know there's always been questions about how FSD drives when the sun is directly into the cameras. Well, right now the sun is getting, not towards dusk, but it's getting there. It's in the late afternoon, early evening, so the sun is straight at my cameras, and the car is doing a great job yielding for the truck, watching for traffic, and now we're actually merging onto the on-ramp in which we get the slow acceleration up to highway speeds. Just like when you're driving a normal car, if you're behind a semi, you actually don't get to enter the highway at highway speeds. And unfortunately, we don't get to see the Tesla floor it, or even I get to floor it once we get on the highway, because there's traffic that has been passing us at a much greater speed on the left lane. So right now we're actually merging at 44 miles an hour, but that's just due to the semi in front of us. And I was waiting to watch Tesla move over to pass the semi because we're only going 50 and a 70, but it is waiting for its turn because there are cars coming up behind us. Between the semi and that car, there was room to go. Tesla didn't decide to merge in very quickly. I could have taken over or even touched the blinker to try to give it a push or a nudge, but I just decided to let Tesla do its own thing. In a little bit of time, Tesla does move over by itself and start passing the semi so we can go up to speeds that I'm more comfortable with. There it goes. It moved on by itself. I didn't encourage it, and Tesla passed it up, and now we're up with the rest of the highway. I've adjusted max speed to make sure we weren't flying past everybody. I'm kind of moving with traffic, and we're heading towards our destination. One of the nice things with having FSD on the highway, it really takes all the stress out of it, so you can just kind of cruise along, have a snack. My wife and I had coffee to sip on and some snacks to enjoy while the car is doing its own thing. All the lane changes that you see for it to pass cars are all autonomously done in standard mode. I'm not in hurry mode or chill mode. I am just in regular standard, and FSD is still doing its thing. When it comes up on cars, it usually stays behind them for a little while, and if they're going too slow, it skips or it passes. Now I'm in time-lapse mode, so I actually filmed this one in a time-lapse editor instead of normal speed and just sped it up and edit like the other videos. But I think this is kind of an interesting way to see highway driving, to just watch the car cruise along. As noted, we are still in FSD version 13.2.9. I have not been able to get version 14 yet. I do have advanced downloads and beta testing selected in my controls, but I have not been lucky enough to try it. I've been seeing some interesting input online where some people love it and some people hate it, But from what I understand, even version 13, when it first came out, people got the upgrade from 12 to 13 and it was buggy. So we just need more seat time, more data, more people using it, and it'll debug version 14. And I'm really excited to see what the new options are, especially when it comes to like destination parking and garage parking is what I want to try. So here we are entering the north side of Milwaukee. There is some construction, but we're at our exit here. So we'll be getting off the highway on the right, and we are going to be going east, so we do have to take a left. It is doing a great job merging onto the off-ramp. There will be traffic up ahead, and I need to make that left, as I said, and there's multiple turn lanes, so we got to see which lane Tesla chooses to go in. It decides to go into the furthest left lane, which is an interesting choice because we have to go left, which is true, but my destination is not too far from the highway and it's on the right. And I always think it's interesting how Tesla doesn't super far plan ahead, or at least it doesn't feel like it. If you have a left and like immediate right, and you could be in like a right lane for a left turn, if that makes sense. It's like a double lane turn. It doesn't always plan for that. It makes you nervous because sometimes FSD will kind of aggressively cut people off and it makes you feel like a jerk. But I wanted to let this play out and see where it goes, and I was paying attention and ready to go. In a little bit, I will turn the audio on from the actual camera while we were driving because it was funny. My wife and I started having a conversation. My destination is like 2 blocks down on the right, and I want to be in the right lane. And it's kind of funny because I was getting so close to taking over because there is a lot of traffic right now. And I didn't want to cut somebody off last minute. I'm from a small town. I don't like the big city cutting people off last minute kind of thing. But Tesla actually was doing a great job because either it was luck or it knew what was coming up, and it was in the correct lane all along, and we couldn't help but laugh. So a little bit of candid audio for you coming up in 5 seconds. I'd appreciate if you got over not last minute, buddy.
Say anything though.
It's got to get to the right. We got like 1 more block to go.
Oh, that's a turn right only. So.
Oh, smart.
Smarter than you are.
Smarter than me.
As you were talking crap about it.
As I was talking crap about it.
It's a good thing you're not driving.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
This is why we don't drive. We are too dumb.
It's right over here.
Park somewhere.
I gotta take over though.
Yep.
Unless this is it right
parking
here.
Right here.
I don't think that Tesla used auto park because they parked like shit. You gotta love the auto park feature that the Teslas have. This worked out perfectly because the car in front and behind me both parked poorly, and FSD did a great job parking. Now this 45-minute, 45-mile trip on the highway, a little bit of city, but mostly highway, took about 20% of my battery. I thought it would be 18 because we've done trips like this numerous times and it's always been around 18. I don't know if it's because it's getting colder outside or maybe it was more windy today. It's not a big deal, but about 45 miles took about 20% of my battery. And I know people always get curious about how these things do with range. So all in all, the round trip took me about 40% of my battery for 90 miles. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any Tesla-related questions, please leave a comment down below, and I'll either reply directly to you or I'll try to make a video answering your question. Thank you.